My best friend invited my abusive ex-husband to her wedding and sat him next to me so we could get back together. I left my husband Darren 2 years ago, when our eldest daughter came out and he physically attacked her for it to the point she ended up at the hospital. We have 4 children and I have sole custody over the 3 who are young enough to be covered by custody agreements, which Darren has tried to fight me over for the past 2 years. But when you have a criminal record for beating up one child, the courts are unlikely to give you custody of the others. Darren and I were in the same friendship group since middle school, but my friends told me they had all cut contact with him. That's why I was shocked when I went to my friend Rachel's wedding this weekend and spotted him at the ceremony. Because it's a wedding and an important day for my friend, I chose not to acknowledge his existence. It was a big wedding anyway, so I thought I could just avoid him and have a conversation with Rachel about his presence at a later date because she deserved to enjoy her day. However, when I was looking at the seating plan for the reception, I saw both of our names, one after the other. Rachel had put me and my friends with Darren at the same table. My 2 other friends from this group convinced me to take my seat because we hardly get to see each other anymore, promising that they had no idea why Darren was invited and vowed to make him regret being born if any drama started. Darren sat next to me, greeted me with a "Hey, babe," as if we were still together, and I could not cope with being in his presence. He looked me up and down and called me hot, saying he wished I was this skinny when I was with him. Darren never liked how fat I got after having 4 kids, and after I left him I decided to change and took Avi Burnbox to be skinny. He threw more disgusting compliments my way, but all I could think about was desperately trying to restrain him while my second eldest called the police. I downed my glass of Prosecco and walked to my hotel. Yesterday, I got a message from Rachel saying that her mom asked her to invite Darren and Rachel said yes because her parents were paying for most of the wedding. Rachel's mom is Darren's godmother. I asked her about the seating plan and again said that was her mom's doing because she was adamant that there was a potential for us to get back together. She apologized for not telling me, saying that she thought I wouldn't go if I knew, which is true. I wouldn't have come. I have not replied to that message and I don't plan to. As much as I don't want to give up on an over 3-decade-long friendship, I can't get past this. Update: I did not reply to Rachel and just blocked her, but her husband called me yesterday. He apologized but then went on about how hard this is for Rachel and how she feels that the day was tainted for her. I told him that how she sees her day is not my responsibility and I ended up blocking him as well. I talked to one of the members of the friend group and he apologized for convincing me to even sit down at the table. He said he thought more about him wanting to have the group back together than how it would affect me. He then told me about how Darren told Rachel's family members who asked where I was that me seeing him reminded him too much about our son who died 2 years ago and I had to leave. He was referring to my daughter, who is a very much alive trans woman. Apparently no one in the group attempted to correct him, so I have just removed myself from our group chats and I'm going to try to make better friends.